All right, today is December the 23rd, and we are going to start one of our projects for the new year. The idea is we're going to put a gate here in this corner and let it swing towards the road, and then we'll put a gate on the roadside or the other side of the road and let that gate also swing towards the other gate. And then in the fall of the year, we can run the cattle up this hay field, which is now going to turn into a grazing field. And we'll put in a electric fence and let them run down to this corner down here where you can see that log laying down. And there's going to be a gate in there that'll allow the cattle to go across the creek. And on the other side of these woods is about a 35 acre field that we are going to start using as our hay field in the spring, and then use it for winter stockpile after we get the hay cut off of it. All right, I finished up getting most of it cut out of here. We should be able to get a gate at the creek crossing, and it will allow the cows to travel up alongside this back fence here to the West Ridge, which is up there past those buildings. Kind of see them up there. But anyway, they'll be able to get up there and then get across this. We'll close the gate and they can stay up there through the winter mostly. But this is the creek crossing, and we used to have a sucker rod fence across this, but rains swelled the creek one day and took it out. So we've gone with this option, which is basically a cattle panel that is hung on some connectors. And what that does is when the creek gets up and we need to be able to get water up a little higher, we've got these fasteners right here, which, as you can see, they're minimal and it'll keep the cows from trying to push through. But if we get a heavy rain, the water's going to push against that roof panel and swing that gate open so the water can go underneath it. So I think this is all pretty much ready. I'm going to go up, and there's a tree down right up there, and I'm going to take that off that fence and lay it on the ground so the cows can get up there without having to go around it. And everything's looking good. So that lane right down through there is the other end of the lane that we've got where that green gate goes through the hayfield. And so it comes up here to the ridge. And then it comes on around here. I'm going to drive here with the truck a little bit just so you can see where we're going. Right up there, you can see those cows. So this is the feed that they've got. And I think this acreage up here on top of this ridge is about 30. And then there's a little field down below at the creek bottom down there. And that's about 4, maybe 5 acres. So there's about 35, maybe a little bit more than that up here. And 35 head, you know, there should be quite a bit of feed in here for them. Figure there's probably at least 3,000 pounds of feed per head. It works out to be in the neighborhood of about 100 days, maybe. So this is the opposite end of the ridge field, and you can see there's still quite a bit of fescue in here. So this is going to hold them over for a pretty good amount of time. There'll be less hay fed this year, I'm pretty sure. So the feed gets a little bit thinner at this end. There's not quite as much fescue growing in here, but there's some other cool season grasses that are more native, and I believe the cows will enjoy eating that too. We'll take a look at this a little bit later, about a month from now, and see how they're doing as far as what they're choosing to eat and what they're leaving behind. And there's the cows. You can see they've got some pretty good feed in here, and I'm sure that'll help put some weight on them before the really cold weather gets here. We're not too far away from it though. Right, girls? Huh? Ain't that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right.